Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today our lesson is on articles, and article is very important part of English grammar. It is very important a part of English composition, and a writing, a set of writing cannot be complete unless or until you use the articles accurately and appropriately. So first of all, let's see what is an article. It is written here that adjectives a or an and the are called articles. A, an, and the. These are the three articles that we have in English. So these are also adjectives. So it means, and we know what is an adjective. Adjective is a word which qualifies a noun. So another thing that we should know by this is that the articles a, an, and the, they will be used with nouns because adjectives come with nouns. Adjectives cannot come without nouns because adjectives qualify nouns. So one thing you should learn that the articles a, an, and the, they come with nouns. They are usually demonstrative adjectives. We have done demonstrative adjectives, the types of adjectives. There are two articles, a or an and the. So basically there are two categories of articles, a or an and the. Right? One is called the definite article, the other is called the indefinite article, as you can see here. A and an are indefinite articles. For example, a doctor, that is any doctor, okay. And the other is definite article because it normally point out some particular person or thing. He saw the doctor means some particular doctor. When we say that I saw a doctor, it means that it can be any doctor, right? There is not any particular doctor. When I say I saw the doctor, it means I'm talking about some particular doctor. When you say I read a book, it can be any book. But when you say I read the book, it means you are you are pointing towards some particular book. So this is the difference between definite article and indefinite article. The definite article is used before singular countable nouns. For example, all of you know what are singular countable nouns. A book, book is countable noun, and singular. You can't say a books because in that case it will not be singular. There are two types of nouns, countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Book is a countable noun. A book, you can't say a milk, right? You can't say a water because water is a noun but it is not countable. A book, an orange, a girl. The definite article, when I say definite article means the, is used before singular countable nouns. The book, the books, the milk. So it can be used with singular countable nouns as well as plural countable nouns and as well as plural uncountable nouns like uncountable nouns like milk. Milk is an uncountable noun, but you can't use a with the milk, but you can use the with the milk. So the is the definite article which is being used with the uncountable noun milk. Listen very carefully. A or an. Now we will see what are the uses of the indefinite article a and an. We all know that the choice between a and an is determined by the sound. Before a word beginning with a vowel sound, all of us know what is a vowel sound. An as, an enemy, uh, inks, an inkspad, an orange, an umbrella, an hour, an honest man, an ear. In all these cases, you can see as a is vowel, e is vowel, I is vowel, O is vowel, U is vowel, but H, although H is not vowel, but in this case an hour. H is silent, it is giving the sound of a vowel sound there. So we use article an, indefinite article an before the vowel sound. So you will say an hour, an honest man, although it is starting with a consonant. एक vowel होता है, consonant होता है. You know what are vowels? A, E, I, O, U, and you know what are consonant. The rest of the alphabet are consonants. An ear, Varis Jyota. So H is silent, but it is giving the sound of a vowel. You will use an before it. It will be noticed that the words are honest. They have explained it. 108. Before a word beginning with a consonant sound, a is used. We know that before a word which is. But the important thing is the sound. The important thing is the sound. The important thing is not the letter. As you can see, a boy, a reindeer, a woman, a yard, a horse, a hole. But also a university. Also, although U is a vowel, but university is not starting with a vowel sound. And the vowel sounds are A, E, I, O, U. A unicorn, a European, an U, a unicorn, a useful article. In all these cases, although U is although U is a vowel, but it is not giving the sound of the vowel, so you will not use an before these. 109. Some native speakers use an before words beginning with H in the first syllable is not stressed. For example, an hotel, but some native speakers do that. We don't need to use that. An hotel, an historical novel. They do this, some native speakers. A historical novel. Use of definite article. I told you that what are indefinite articles. Now we will see what are the definite articles and what is the use of the definite article. And we know that what is a definite article? The is the definite article. Indefinite articles are a and an, and the definite article is the. And there are the uses of the. Listen very carefully. The definite article the is used when we talk, number one, when we talk about particular person or thing or one already referred to. That is when it is clear from the context when which one we mean as. For example, the book you want is out of print. It means the book. We are talking about some particular book. Which book? The one you want. The book is specified. The book you want is out of print. You will say a book is out of print. It means that any book is out of print. But in this case, we are talking about some particular book. So the book you want is out of print. Let's go to the park. When we say let's go to the park, it means we are talking about some particular, some specific park. Let's go to the park. But when I say let's go to a park, it means I'm not talking about any particular park. We can go to any park. The girl cried, it means the girl we are talking about. A girl cried, it means any girl cried. But the girl cried, it means the girl which is being talked about. Number two, the second use of the article the. When a singular noun is meant to represent a whole class, the cow is a useful animal. It means not only one cow is a useful animal, all the cows are useful animal. So the singular noun cow is representing the whole class of cows. The dog is a faithful animal. It means all the dogs are faithful, not only few dogs are faithful, or not only one dog is. Or we may say cows are useful animals, have the same meaning. When I use the with the cow, it means it is representing the whole class of cows, not only one cow. The horse is a noble animal. It means all the horses are noble animal. The cat loves comfort. It means all the cats, not only one particular cat. The rose is sweetest of all flowers. So that's it, and so on. The two nouns, man and women, can be used in general sense without either article. Man, you can use without article. You don't need to say a man or a woman. You simply say, don't need to say the man or the woman. You can use them without the article. But in the present day English, in the modern English, we do use indefinite article a with women and a with the man. A man and woman. A woman is more sensitive than a man. But you can also say that woman is more sensitive than man without any article. So these are some rules that you need to know. Number three, before some proper names, which is these kind of place names. Oceans and seas. For example, the Pacific, the Black Sea. So we use the article, the definite article the, with some proper names. You know what are proper names? Name of a proper names matlab proper nouns. But in nouns we are only talking about names. We are not talking about the thing or the place, or we are only talking about the names because names are nouns. So before some proper names, means जैसे लाहौर एक proper name है, but only with some proper names. The examples are given: oceans and seas, the Pacific. Pacific Ocean है ना, so we use before that, uh, we use the article the before the proper name Pacific. The Black Sea. Rivers, for example, the Ganga, the Nile, before the canals, the Suez Canal, and so on. Number 4, before the name of certain books, we use definite article the Vedas, the Puranas, the Iliad, the Ramayana. So before certain books, the Holy Quran. Number 5, before names of things unique of their kind, we use the article the sun, the sky, the ocean, the sea, the earth. The sun sets in the east. You don't write sun sets in the east. We use article the before these unique kind of names. Note is that sometimes the is placed before a common noun to give it the meaning of an abstract noun. Very important. In this case, warrior. At last, the warrior. Warrior क्या है? Warrior is a common noun. It's not a proper noun. We use article the before the common noun to give it the meaning of an abstract noun. Warrior एक abstract noun नहीं है. It's a concrete noun. Warrior is a common noun as well as a concrete noun, but we use the article the before this concrete noun to give it the meaning of an abstract noun. At last, the warrior in him was thoroughly aroused. At last, the warrior in him was thoroughly aroused. In this case, the warrior means the warlike or martial spirit inside that man. So the warlike or the martial spirit in that man is an abstract noun. Since we have used the article the before the concrete noun warrior, it has given that concrete noun the meaning of an abstract noun, which is the warlike or the martial spirit in that man. So this is another very important use of the definite article the. Number 6, before a proper noun, when it is qualified by an adjective or defining adjectival clause. Proper noun. The great Caesar. Caesar is a proper noun. We have used the only if it is qualified by an adjective. In this case, the adjective is great. The great Caesar. We will not say the Caesar. We will say the great Caesar because it is qualified by the adjective, as you can see. Qualified by an adjective. So when a proper noun, Caesar, for example, is qualified by an adjective, great, or any adjectival clause, as in the second sentence, the Mr. Roy whom we met last night. Whom we met last night is the adjectival clause. ठीक है? Whom we met last night is the adjectival clause. It serves the purpose of an adjective, but it's a clause. We will study the clauses later. So again, we have used with this proper noun, Mr. Roy, which is qualified by the adjectival clause whom we met last night. We have used the article the which is the definite article. So this is another use of the article the. Number 7, with superlatives, with the comparative degrees and superlative degrees. The darkest cloud, darkest is the superlative. Dark, darker, darkest. So before the superlative degrees, we always use the article the. The darkest cloud has a silver lining. This is the best book of elementary chemistry. So, good, better, best. Best is the superlative degree of adjective. So we use article the definite article before the superlative degrees. This is another use of article the. With ordinals, ordinals यानी कि जो order बताते हैं first, second, third. Let's see. He was the first man. The first. First is an ordinal. Number बता रहा है first, second, third. It is telling us the numbers, the positions. The first man. He was the first man to arrive. The ninth chapter of the book is very interesting. Ninth is ordinal. Before musical instruments, we use article the. He can play the flute. He can play the piano. He can play the guitar. Before an adjective, when the noun is understood as. Another very important, listen carefully. Before the adjective, poor is an adjective. The poor are always with us. But in this case, the poor, which is an adjective, is understood as a noun. Right? The poor are always with us when the noun is understood, because it is understood that we are talking about poor people or poor man. So the noun is understood in this case. Although poor is an adjective, but the noun with this poor is adjective. When I say the rich are always with us, it means I'm talking about rich people. People is noun, or rich man. Man is noun, but we are not writing people with this adjective poor, or we are not writing man with this adjective poor or adjective rich, because the noun is understood. It is understood that we are talking about that noun. So we will use the with that adjective when the noun is understood. Number 11. Before a noun with emphasis to give the force of a superlative as. Although in this case, although the superlative degree is not used, but we give it the force of a superlative. We give the noun the force of a superlative. The verb is the word. The verb is the word. It means the verb is the main word, the chief word in this sentence. The most important word. The verb is the word. It means we are giving some superlative force to word, to the noun word. Although we are not using any superlative degree, we are not saying that the verb is the chief word. We are not using any degree with that noun, but we are using article to give the force of a superlative to this noun. Verb is the word. Honesty is the quality. Right? So in that case again, we are giving it the force of a superlative. Hard work is the key. Hard work is the key. Resilience is the key. It means we are giving it some superlative degree that this is the most important thing. Resilience is the key to success. It is the most important. Resilience is the most important thing to success. So we are using the article the in this case without using the superlative, but giving it the force of a superlative. And last is as an adverb with comparatives. As an adverb with comparatives. For example, the more, the merrier. In this case, the is used as an adverb. Comparatives, comparative degree होती है. The more, the merrier. The higher, the cooler. Right? The more they get, the more they want. These are comparative degrees, more. And article the is used as an adverb. The more they get. the more they want. The higher you go, the cooler it is. So in that case, in the case of comparatives as well, we use article the a, as an adverb. So this is the use of indefinite articles and definite articles. That's it for now.